In this video, we will study about first of all the factors affecting photosynthesis, and after that we will discuss about the nutrition in amoeba, means how the organism obtain its food. Now first of all we are taking here the factors affecting photosynthesis. Factors affecting photosynthesis. We know that there are 4 different factors which can affect the process of photosynthesis. As you know all about them. First of all, the carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is used by plant as a raw material because this is the main source from which the glucose formation takes place. Now, how this carbon dioxide concentration affects the process of photosynthesis? So we can see here it is a raw material obtained from atmosphere. And if we take the example that the carbon dioxide concentration if rises in the environment, means CO2 concentration increases. This sign is for the increase, means if the carbon dioxide concentration increases in the environment, then photosynthesis rate increases, but up to a certain limit. Means if after that limit, if the carbon dioxide concentration increases, then it will take the negative impact on the photosynthesis rate, means after the certain limit the photosynthetic rate will be decreases. Now the second factor is water. Water again a raw material that is obtained from soil, and this water is required for the liberation, or you can say oxygen liberation. Means this oxygen will liberate always from this water molecule obtained from the soil. Now how it affect the photosynthetic process? First of all, if water concentration is increases, then photosynthesis rate will increases. Again it will increase, but again up to a certain limit. How this limit show the certainty? Because when this certain limit reaches, then the water logging condition takes place. Water logging condition means the stagnant water in the plant. When this water logging takes place, then what will happen? The water concentration become very, very high in the soil, so the plant not get oxygen, and due to this absence of this oxygen, the plant respire by anaerobic respiration, and after that, due to this anaerobic respiration, the alcohol will form in the plant and the plant will die. First of all, it shows the wilting, and after that it will die. So this water concentration if increases, then photosynthetic rate will increase, but up to a certain limit. If the water concentration become less, it means if we are not supplying sufficient amount of water to the plant, then what will happen? The photosynthetic rate will decreases, because the the water is not required by the plant, and this water not form the H positive ion, which helps in the reduction of the carbon dioxide to form the glucose molecule. Now the third situation is the light. Light is related to the temperature. Means we can say that the plant always absorb light from sunlight, and the sunlight visible spectrum light is obtained by the plant from the sun. So this visible sunlight is when falling on the leaves, then it will receive it and activate its chlorophyll and starts photosynthesis. But this light, if the temperature rises up to 40 degrees centigrade, then photosynthetic rate will be maximum. It means photosynthetic rate will increase. But after that, after 40 degrees centigrade, or you can say maximum up to the 50 degrees centigrade, the photosynthetic rate will decrease. Why it will decrease? Because it will crossed the leaves of the plant. Means the chloroplast, or you can say chlorophyll, get disintegrated, or you can say it get destroyed due to the absence of the chlorophyll, or you can say the scorching of the leaves. The photosynthetic rate will decrease. So these are the factors affecting photosynthesis in. Now the next one is the how organism obtained their food. The question is that how the organism obtained their food. Means there are two different types of organism we are studying in this chapter. First, the unicellular organism, and second, the multicellular organism. In unicellular organism, we will take the example of the paramecium, amoeba, etc. And in multicellular organism, we are taking here the example of the human being. Now, what will happen during the food gain in unicellular organism? Means these unicellular organism obtain their food through their body surface, or you can say the general body surface. But in the multicellular organism, there is a separate system, or you can say separate organs for intaking of food. After that, it will undergo the different processes to obtain energy. Now we are taking here the example of the unicellular organism. Means the amoeba, how it can get food from the environment. Now let me start. First of all, holozoic nutrition in amoeba. This amoeba is unicellular organism, and this unicellular organism obtained its food from general body surface. Means this general body surface possesses some specific aperture which is named as pseudopodium, through which they gain food. Now we are taking here the example of the holozoic nutrition. Means if the amoeba shows the holozoic nutrition, then there are 5 steps taking place in this type of the nourishment. First one is the ingestion, then digestion, absorption, assimilation, and the egestion. Now let me start from the ingestion. First is the ingestion. Ingestion means intaking of food. And this intaking of food takes place in amoeba by pseudopodium. These pseudopodium are known as the false feet, which formed towards the food present in the water body. Now we can draw the diagram. This amoeba, it become a irregular shaped organism, we can say, and this irregular shaped organism may form the pseudopodia where the food is present in the surrounding. So we are drawing here, this is the food particle, and this food particle is surrounded by the body aperture. These body apertures are named as pseudopodium. Then there is present inside it a nucleus. This is called nucleus. Entire body consists of the cytoplasm, and in this cytoplasm there is present this contractile vacuum. Contractile vacuum. This is the diagram. You can say the diagram of the amoeba showing the ingestion by this pseudopodium. Then after that we can say here ingestion in amoeba takes place through the general body surface. If we take an example of the paramecium, this paramecium have cilia all over the body, means body is covered by the cilia, and it has a special opening through which it take food, through which ingestion takes place, and this opening is known as cytosome, through which it intake food inside the body. Now second step here is the digestion. Then how this digestion takes place? This digestion takes place by, means this pseudopodia surrounds this food particle. Now we are showing here that these pseudopodia completely covers this food particle here, and this food particle comes inside the cytoplasm. Now this food particle come inside the cytoplasm. After that this digestion takes place, means here the conversion of complex food into simple food. Then how this takes place? These conversion takes place by the different digestive enzyme released in it, and these digestive enzyme released inside the food vacuole, means there is the formation of food vacuole. These food vacuoles are formed by the fusion of the different types of lysosome. These lysosome contains the different digestive enzymes, so they make the food vacuole, and this food particle becomes enter inside this food vacuole. We can say it, this is the food vacuole. This food vacuole continue to release enzyme, and these enzyme degrade this food particle present in it. Now after that the third step is absorption. Absorption means when the food get digested here, then this digested food comes out of this food vacuole and spread throughout this cytoplasm. So we can say that absorption of digested food in cytoplasm. Now after that the fourth step takes place, that is known as the assimilation. This assimilation process means the utilization of absorbed food. Then how this takes place in this amoeba? This food helps in providing energy during the respiration, and when this ATP molecule released here after the respiration, these ATP molecules are used in their growth, their reproduction, and controlling all the metabolic activities of the body. And the last process is named as egestion. Egestion means when the food particle get digested, but some of them remain undigested. So the removal of undigested food takes place in this. Then how this undigested food removes from here? We can say that the food particle that is present in this part, this is the undigested food which get diffused outside, and this food particle become removed from the body and the body become clean. So this is the process through which this egestion takes place. Now in the next video we will study about how the multicellular organism obtain their food.